Hello, fam, and welcome to week two of our playoffs. And yeah, it's weird though because while while the losers bracket is in week two, lost my train of thought there. While losers bracket is in week two, the winners bracket is in the second week of the first matchup. So it's a definitely a little uneven, but with the greatest league in the world, the way it has to be because of the two worst losers of the year getting the bye with the six teams, and then the loser then keeps carrying down or going down the hill. It works out perfectly. But it is weird though, thinking like, okay, it's the second week of the playoffs, but it's really the first of the winners. And that's where I'm going to start first, and then I'll transition into the losers bracket, and we'll go from there. And while Mr. Zoom, one complaint I'd like to definitely pass on um, is the screen share function, where it should allow us to just share the screen and then me be in the corner, kind of like if you're on Microsoft Teams and uh, all those other platforms. I don't understand why it then shortens the screen, and then you don't get to see as much of me, and that's a problem. And maybe not so much for myself, but for other people that are producing content out there, shame on you. Not the people on Mr. Zoom here. So without further ado, let's get into the winners bracket second week. Um, Mr. Mr. Josh and Mr. Kamish. Yeah, Josh got about a 30-point lead. But you just never know. You never count Kamish out. Remember that. I've said that on this channel many a time. And I'm going to say it again. Do not count Kamish out. If Jackson wakes up, um, and I was just, it's really a shame to watch the performance he's had this year, and he's clearly not 100%. But maybe he finds a little bit of something against Cincinnati's defense that is very suspect, and they're lucky to be in the NFL, in name only. Um, and then you've got Dak. I'm just looking head to head in QBs. Minnesota could put up a fight, at least on the defensive side. Yeah, Jordan Love, who Mr. Train says is not a very good receiver. And then you've got Mr. Pickett. He's going to have to ball out. That's going to be tough. Hoping for the best for you, Commish. Derrick Henry, if they feed him, scores a couple touchdowns. You never know. He should easily outscore Irving. But then you've got Williams. He's due for a nice bounce back game. He's been solid, but he's due for one of those big games. As is Barkley. So we'll see what happens there. Judkins, I'm kind of surprised that he didn't put up more numbers last week, and we'll see what this week brings. But I like Javante more in a head-to-head comparison, just looking side to side here. Um, then we've got Mr. Chase against the Ravens. Defense seems to be not. They were doing well for a while, sort of coming into form, and then now they just forgot how to play defense, and the offense isn't really putting up points to keep away from the other defense. Then forget about it. They're going to get opportunities, and I expect Chase to do well. Certainly, probably better than Wandale Robinson, but hey, anything can happen, right? And then you've got Rashid Rice, um, who, yeah, he's doing his thing, and it's probably going to put up more than Olive. Mitchell, I don't know who that is. I'm, hey, we didn't know who Kittle was either. And look what he turned out to be. And then Flowers, he's due, and especially if the other people aren't catching the ball, aren't holding on to it, aren't getting the officials' calls, what have you. Maybe Flowers becomes that guy to take advantage of those opportunities. And you've got McBride, should do better than Andrews, unfortunately, both from a fan standpoint and trying to make it a more even matchup here. And Fannin, he's been, what has he been this year? He's ranked number 7. That's pretty darn good. That was a good find by Josh. Then Ferguson, questionable. Who knows? Dowdle, that was a good find too. But ETN is no slouch. He's been putting up numbers this year. What's his ranked number 11 for running backs? It's not too shabby at all. Texans defense should just do okay. They usually get after the quarterback. Maybe he'll get an interception or two, but Brissett's definitely going to put up some numbers too at the same time, whether it's in garbage time or otherwise. Bears defense against Cleveland should do well, but then again, if Sanders comes ready to play and he keeps progressing, then maybe they don't get those turnovers. Uh, yeah, the kickers, I don't see anything to talk about here. Um, Commish needs a huge day out of Henry Williams. His running backs. His running backs have to come up huge. Because the wide receivers is going to be tough to do that. His running backs have to steal the show for him to get back in this thing. But like I said, never count Commish out. And then let's get to was it Sam and Chris. Yes, and by the way, I never heard back from ESPN, so I don't know what's going on there. But I reached out to their customer service, as you all saw. Not really sure what's going on there, but Ack, if you're watching this, can you please forward that up and maybe set up something for next week? Maybe around lunchtime, on maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. That would be good. Please, let me know, please, and thank you. Um, yeah, this is a tight race within 11, about 10, 11 points here. Sam's team's hot right now, and let's look through here. Williams versus Hurts. I mean, if Hurts gets that tush push touchdown, forget it. He should have Chris should have the edge. But Dart, if he's running around, making plays and all that, but still, May has been on point, so that's going to be hard. I think Chris has the QB edge as of right now. Running backs, so however, Slam. I mean, Slam's team so far this week. Let's just talk about that. Robinson and then Evans. Robinson with 26.5. Evans with 16.2. That's a great start. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. From the running back side, looks like with I can't even pronounce that name. Monanjai, I guess. And Swift going bold with two running backs on the same team. Trusting in Ben Johnson. I like it. In the flex, Watson. Smart move, but yeah. It's gonna be I think Slam has the running back edge here. Because Breece Hall's just on a terrible team. Wide receiver wise, if Brown can keep this going, where the Eagles, even though they don't play well, he does well, then Sam's got a chance because Waddle should still get some opportunities. Williams, who I know was a very coveted, very much under scrutiny and focus of a deal that we made, and we still have that fob, by the way. So we might need it come to the last week if we don't take care of business in the losers bracket this week. But nonetheless, we'll see how Williams comes, and this is where those moves are really going to matter and be more under the microscope here. We're going to see what happens. This is where those moves are made, and the brilliance is decided, and we'll see what happens. So far, Joe and Pa have been on probably the losers end of that trade, but then again, it's before Amon-Ra came out, but then Amon-Ra is back now. So we'll see what happens the second week back in, solidified. Coverage has changed, get different stuff on film. Brown gets healthier. We'll see if Williams is as involved as he has been. But holy shit, Mr. Chris, you got 40.1 points out of Mr. Pitts. That's more than he's probably scored last year. That's amazing. Holy crap. Yeah, that's crazy. But definitely the flex advantage goes to Chris too with Hakeem. Defenses, Broncos probably have a slight edge, but maybe not a whole lot. And he's got the best kicker in the game right now, Aubrey. Yeah, Chris has the advantage right now, but like I said, Slam's team is hot right now. Do not count him out either. But it should be a very close and exciting finish. If I had to pick right now, I would say Chris versus Josh for the championship. But that's based on what it is right now on paper and head-to-head matchups wise, where I see some slight advantages in certain key areas. But as we've seen how Slam got into playoffs, anything can happen on any given day, and anybody can get hot and anybody can get cold, and both can happen at the same time, as we found out for the first time this year. But the fourth spot, getting that nod by the points forced instead of record. So very exciting stuff to come. I'll be looking forward to it and watching it very closely. Now let's get to losers bracket. I'll make this quicker because there's just I'm not covering the whole thing. We're not at that point yet, but I am going to cover my matchup real quick that I'm involved in for selfish reasons. I got to be honest. Sometimes everybody can be selfish. That's okay. I'm gonna do that here to end this clip. Yeah, it's a tough draw playing Mick, and that's why here we're playing. I'm not sure if that's 100% confirmed, but that's what I'm led to believe. So that's how I'm making this video and proceeding that way. What a tough opponent. I mean, mixed team definitely let him down to not give him a chance to make the playoffs. So maybe he's lit a fire under their asses, and maybe they're going to play hard against us and push us to the ultimate losers bracket toilet bowl game. Uh, we'll see what happens, but I it's going to be close and it's going to be interesting. Let me see what our projection is. Not that you can't really go off that because it's been wrong a lot. Uh, oh, because see, Axe app really fucked this up because it doesn't go by week; it goes by 2 week matchups because it doesn't separate it correctly. Um, yeah, there's no way to really do that, but I would say Joe Pa have decent matchups in pretty much all of their options. Not great, not terrible though. Just even middle of the road. Um, Previous week's score 137. I think we'll do better than that this week. I have a gut feeling we're going to do better. And let me go to Mick, his team, and then I'll go to key players, and then I'll wrap this up. Standings, Mr. Mick. Why is Jacobs questionable like every week now? That's crazy to me. Darnold. That game's gonna be a lot of rain. Um, that's gonna be key. So I guess I'm getting to the keys early. I'm just kind of going with the flow here. Darnold, that weather is going to be key, and if he has problems throwing the ball again, and if he just doesn't show up, then that's going to be a problem. Goff, even though he's facing the 10th ranked defense against quarterbacks, I still like that for him. He should do well in a game script that should cause him to throw the ball. Jacobs, I think Denver's well, obviously they're ranked fifth against the run, so Denver's defense is good. But Jacobs is a stud. Taylor, the game script could go against them because if they're falling behind, and Philip Rivers, yeah, Philip Rivers, can't believe he's starting. If he does not do well, like he should not, then Taylor's not going to get the ball fed, and that can impact this matchup. Walker the third always seems to get points stolen from him from the wine bottle Charbonnet. Uh, yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen there. Devontae's questionable. What's going on there? Hamstring will be listed, but he's expected to play. Depends how bad that hamstring is. Hamstring is a terrible thing, especially for a wide receiver, because it makes it harder to cut, makes it harder to get acceleration, probably harder than a running back even, because at least at the running back, you're in a crouched position and more athletic stance. Like the wide receiver, you constantly standing up more tall to beat off your block and get into the open field. And if you just make one wrong move and you pull something, you tweak it a little bit, you hurt it that much worse. The risk is greater, in my opinion, for that. Don't have medical degree to back that up. That's just my speculation. By the way, I don't know if it's snowing for anybody else, but it is snowing here, and it's kind of nice. And obviously, definitely got my groceries and stuff, and it was good to get that done out of the way. Yeah, it was good, and it gave me a chance here to quickly make a video on my before going back inside. Scary Terry, oh man, um, yeah, I can't believe he's still in the league. He's like always out. Slayton, him too. Can't believe he's still in the league. Um, Fryermuth, what's going on with him? Ranked 23rd. I don't know what to make of that. But he does have the vulture here with Charbonnet, so it's a nice hedge by Mick there getting that. So if he loses points to him, that should even it out. That's a very smart move. Bad for us. The Niners defense, Cam Ward, prepare protect the ball, young man. Protect the ball this week. Do something different than what you've normally done. Everything you've done up to this point, do the opposite. That would be great. And you got 11 out of the kicker. That's pretty solid. I mean, Boswell's a good kicker, but him kicking in the cold, uh, gonna be tough for sure. And let's see if there's anybody on the bench that should be in there. Sanders, I don't know. Maybe Mick will start Sanders over Goff. Maybe he'll do us a solid there. Maybe he'll play the Lions defense too. I don't know. Maybe they'll make Stafford very upset and turn over prone. But no, not happening. Not happening. It's going to be a tough matchup, like I said. Let me go back to ours real quick. Then I'll get the prediction. Austria. I'm not going to say who wins, and I'm not going to say who loses, but I'm going to say I can't. I can't admit defeat. I just can't admit defeat. That's all I'm going to say. Let's make it close, gentlemen. Let's make it close. Um, any closing thoughts? No, I hope I'm wrong that we're not playing Mick because Mick's going to be a tough opponent. Even though this is my losers bracket, I've usually played well in this, but it's going to be tough this week. Um, and Joe, I hope I don't let you down. Let's hopefully we keep this good thing rolling with the co-partners, and we got more wins than last year. The franchise is heading in the right direction. We're working on the rebuild, and let's keep riding the momentum. Hopefully, win one more time this year. Without further ado, definitely be safe out there. Have fun. Enjoy the games tomorrow, and don't do anything I wouldn't do.